Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. I am super excited about today's recipe, and I'm going to be showing you how I make my smoked salmon potato salad. And this is a potato salad like you've never had before. It is bursting with so much incredible flavor and so zesty and delicious. We're going to start with some baby potatoes and dress them in a zesty lemon, dill, and caper dressing. We're going to be adding some boiled eggs, some hot smoked salmon, some salmon caviar. Everything about this salad is just bursting with flavor. It is so incredibly delicious, and it's super easy to put together. It is the perfect salad for springtime, especially for springtime holidays such as Easter or Mother's Day, and you could serve it for brunch, lunch, or dinner. Let's get started. I'm going to show you how to put together this delicious salad. And the first thing I need to do is cook my potatoes and eggs. I have 1.5 pounds of baby potatoes. They're about this size. I have them in a small pot here with some salted water. I'm going to take them over to my stovetop, bring them up to a boil, and cook them for about 14 to 15 minutes until they're fork tender. Then we'll drain them, and then meanwhile we're going to get started on our eggs, and let me show you how I cook these. And for my eggs, I'm first going to bring a medium-sized saucepan of salted water up to a boil. And today we're going to be using 6 large eggs. I'm going to gently drop my eggs using a spoon into the boiling water and set a timer for 7 minutes. And once my eggs are done cooking, I'm going to remove them from the water and into a bowl of ice water to stop cooking the eggs. If you leave them in the boiling water, they're just going to keep cooking. And once the eggs have cooled for a couple minutes, they are ready to be peeled. So I like to crack them on my work surface first and then peel them onto a paper towel. Then you could just kind of roll up the paper towel and throw away all the shells. And while I wait for my baby potatoes to finish cooking, I'm going to get started on this easy homemade dressing. So I have a 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Make sure to strain it out so you don't have any seeds or pulp. Next, I'm going to be adding in a 1/4 cup of some good quality extra virgin olive oil. Season this with a teaspoon of salt, a bit of ground black pepper, and I'm going to use a whisk and whisk this vigorously for about a minute until the oil and the lemon juice combine. Next, I'm going to add in a tablespoon of finely chopped capers. I just took a tablespoon out of the jar, drained the liquids, and then roughly chopped them. Add those in. I have 1 small diced shallot and about a tablespoon of fresh dill and about the same amount of fresh chives, finely diced. Mix that all together, and that's it. This dressing is ready to go. It's going to be so refreshing and zesty. And once my baby potatoes are cooked and tender, I drain out the hot water and I pour some cold water over the potatoes so they just kind of slow down and don't cook further. I'm just going to slice them lengthwise into quarters. And I'll drop the quartered potatoes into a large mixing bowl. And I'm going to pour approximately half of my dressing over the potatoes, and the rest we're going to use over the top. And I'll use a spatula to very gently toss the potatoes in the dressing without breaking them. And now for my smoked salmon, I have a 1 pound chunk of hot smoked salmon, and I'm going to use my knife to cut the salmon into small cubes. And now I have everything ready to put together this potato salad. I have my potatoes dressed, I have my hard-boiled eggs, my salmon, my dressing. I also picked up a small container of salmon roe at a local store. You could also use black sturgeon caviar. The caviar is optional, but I think that it elevates the salad to a whole new level, and you guys are going to love that salty kind of umami flavor that the salmon roe adds. So it's definitely a must in my books. All right, and I have this beautiful kind of oval-shaped platter for assembling the salad into. And now let's start with the eggs and the salmon. For the bottom layer, I'm going to use half of my eggs. I'm going to slice them into quarters and then just kind of spread them out across the bottom of the platter. Next, I'm going to add some of my salmon pieces, and I'm going to add kind of like the edge pieces, the thinner pieces, the ones that don't look as pretty onto the bottom, and I'll add the really nice cuts of the little cube salmon on top. I'm going to give the potatoes one more toss to ensure they're nicely coated, and then gently just arrange them over the eggs and the salmon. And next, I'm going to add the rest of my cube salmon on top. And we'll garnish with the rest of the eggs. Next, I'm going to grab my salmon roe and drop little spoonfuls of it over the top. And now for the final touches, if you want, you could add a little bit of lemon zest over the top. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of fresh dill. Sprinkle this over the top. Gives the salad a nice pop of green color. And some chives. And I'm going to spoon the rest of my dressing over the top. And for serving the salad, all you need is a large spoon, and then you want to scoop up some of the potatoes, the smoked salmon, the eggs, and of course some of the salmon roe. And that's it for my smoked salmon potato salad. How pretty is this salad? I just love the pops of color from the salmon roe and the smoked salmon, and then the egg yolks. They're just runny and perfect. This is going to be the most fantastic salad for Easter or Mother's Day. Don't forget to head on down the video description box for the recipe link. I have everything up on my website. Meanwhile, let's dig in to enjoy this salad. Now, what I like to do is have a little bit of everything in every bite. So I like to grab a little bit of the egg, some of the smoked salmon, and then the salmon roe, and of course some of the potato. And you can also kind of scoop up some of that salad dressing from the bottom of the platter, so you get some of that as well in your tray. Oh, this looks so good, and it smells so incredible too. You guys are going to love it. Now, this potato salad is just a pure explosion of flavors in your mouth. You guys are going to love everything about it. The potatoes are dressed in that light and zesty salad dressing. I love the addition of the capers in there with the dill and the shallots and the lemon juice. It just perfectly balances everything out. It just really balances out the richness from the smoked salmon and the potatoes and the eggs. It is the perfect complement. And then you have those rich little bubbles of the salmon roe and the smoked salmon. You just cannot ask for a better springtime salad. It just screams spring from the plate with the fresh dill and the chives in there, and then the 7-minute eggs. You guys are going to love this for Easter and Mother's Day. Don't forget to head on down the video description box for the full recipe link. I hope you guys enjoy this salad as much as I do. This recipe has been in the works for a little while because I've been looking for a potato salad that's not lathered in mayonnaise and that has a little bit of that freshness and that spring feel, and I think this is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.